Hi Gemini, welcome to Carol's Universe, tarot readings from the heart. Hope that you guys are really well. So first things first is to say, I apologise for being a bit late, alright? Bear with me, I wasn't very well in the week. I have a lot of personal readings to do, and when they come in, it's really a case of that, I've got to split my time between doing the generals and the personals. Now, I run a very busy business, okay? I run Carol's website now full-time. The Lord has answered my prayers. The universe has answered my prayers. The angels have answered my prayers. And I'm really, I've got a good friend, one of the YouTube subscribers, who told me about this situation coming about for me. He's a very good friend of mine. He knows who he is. He's not this zodiac sign, so I'll probably mention him when I do Leo. But, I have achieved a lot of success with the business, and I love it. I love it. And anything that you love, anything that means anything to you, will be a success, okay? But along with success, guys, comes real responsibility. So I have to make sure, because I love YouTube so much, I love doing the videos on YouTube, I love doing the general readings. I feel it's important that general readings are put out in terms of tarot readings, because some people literally can't afford to get a reading. Some people don't want to have to pay for a reading, which is absolutely fine. Everybody does their own thing. So the free readings can give a glimpse for some people. And I've looked at some free readings on YouTube. Most of them don't really correlate with my life. Most of them don't even come true at all. You'll notice with some free readings, maybe a little bit of the energy might come true, but for me, a lot of the readers that I've seen on YouTube, they're good, don't get me wrong, but it's just that whatever it is that they're talking about doesn't seem to affect my life in any type of way, which is fine. It's not an issue. It's a general reading, so what can I say? I can't really say anything. And even if I got a personal reading, sometimes I've had personal readings and it's not really, little bits have happened, but nothing really. But in terms of the general readings, you've got to bear with me on them, because they're free and I'm trying to get everything out on time. I really am. But please bear with me, because I would never shirk my responsibilities. The readings will always be on YouTube, always, because this is how I started up the business, and I love all my subscribers. I'm very genuine with you guys, I like to think. But I just need you to be patient when they need to go out. Now, I'm moving house at the end of April. I'm moving from my folks' house with my twin sister, my brother-in-law and my little niece. Wonderful family. Absolutely adore them. But I need my own space now. So I've got myself a lovely apartment, and I'm going to be moving there. And I'm really going to be going for so much stuff with the YouTube channel. And things will definitely be in on time. I promise you. Okay, so that's my apology to you guys. Gemini. I hope I didn't just call you Libra. Or yeah, Gemini. Okay. So yeah, this is your reading, Gemini, for the month of April 2016, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. So Universe Spirit, show me what's coming in for Gemini, Sun, Moon and Rising signs, April 2016. Show me what's coming in for Gemini, Sun, Moon and Rising signs, April 2016. Show me the general energies for Gemini in April 2016. So 2 cards from the top to show me the general energies for Geminis, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. The bottom card from the bottom, which will serve as the advice card or the overall theme for the month. And the 8 cards in the middle. That will show me the events, situations and people coming in. Show me Gemini. Show me Gemini, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Gemini, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Gemini, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. For April 2016. Show me once again 2 top cards to show me the general energies for the month for Gemini. The advice card from the bottom to show me the overall advice or the overall theme for the month. And the 8 cards in the middle to show me the events, people, situations that could be coming in for those born underneath the zodiac sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Show me. Alright, Gemini, I don't know why the cards felt so heavy when I was shuffling them for you. We'll see what comes up. It felt really weird shuffling. We're going to separate the cards into 3, Gemini. cards back together. I'm going to take 2 cards from the top, serve as your general energy. 1 from the bottom, to serve as the overall advice or overall theme for the month. And 8 from the middle, that serve as the events, people, situation, influences coming in. Let's have a look. You know, it's an interesting reading because it starts off looking a little bit negative, but then it ends with something really positive for you, Gemini. The High Priestess shows up as your advice card, and the High Priestess is one about seeking clarity. So she's after the Magician. Now, the Magician as a #1 major arcana card is usually the card of creation. So it's where we start to form an idea or form or visualize something that we want to bring into existence. Okay, the Magician doesn't really, you know, as an energy, the Magician can say we have everything that we need and we can simply work with it. He can be a powerful person. It can be a very powerful energy in terms of putting you in the driving seat, putting you in the forefront, making sure that you are the one who knows that you're the one that controls your environment and you're the one that has everything you need in order to make a success of your life. So when you get the Magician in a reading, very, very successful card, very powerful, very magnetic. I associate the Magician with swords, thoughts and communication as well. So it can be to do with communication. It can also be to do with if you were to say looking to manifest stuff, it's to do with the thought processes we use in order to do that. The High Priestess comes after the Magician, which means that you've already formed the idea with the Magician. And with the High Priestess, you're kind of sorting through the data and working ways how you're going to actually bring this thing into fruition. And then you've got things like the Empress card. And the Empress is after the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is where we sit, we kind of gestate, we kind of think, we muse. We sort out how we're going to do something. It's the, I think it's Boakin to Joaz, from darkness to light. So we're seeking clarity on something. We're working through something there. And then the Empress seeks to try and deliver this idea, nurture it, work on it, that type of thing. The High Priestess is where you've worked on, or she doesn't do anything in the reading, the High Priestess, a lot of the time. She's usually the waiting card. She's usually the, sometimes if you get the High Priestess in a, for example, a Celtic cross reading, and she's in the centre of the reading, sometimes I've seen where with my clients, it's a case of that they are waiting for something, or they're waiting for something to be revealed. They're waiting for an answer, or they're waiting for a veil to be lifted on something, okay? She's usually quite a mysterious character, so she doesn't let much out. She stews on it. This is what I'm saying. She stews, she waits, she creates balance, because she's #2, so she basically is the ruler of the #2 pick card. So it's the 2 of Swords, 2 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, and the 2 of Cups. Now the 2 of Cups is your card of what's it called? Reciprocal love. Reciprocal love. Okay, so it's things that are reciprocated, things that are on the same page, things that are shared. Your 2 of Wands are where sometimes you need to kind of make a decision on something. Okay, so it's, do I go one way, do I go the other? So it's trying to create some balance. 2 of Swords is where you're conflicted about something, or you're holding something in, and the 2 of Pentacles is where you're literally trying to keep all those balls in the air, trying to create some kind of modicum of adjustment and of harmony. So it's trying to create harmony with those cards. And she's #2, okay? So she seeks to create balance through thought, through prayer, through meditation. But she's also wanting something to be revealed to her. So this month, it could be that something's being revealed to you. Okay, it could be that there's a secret coming out. Because sometimes when you get the High Priestess, say, for example, I was to do something like a pyramid reading. Sometimes with pyramid readings, you put a top card out, and then you look at the flow of energy with each of the cards that follow underneath. So the top of the card, say we were to do a pyramid reading, the High Priestess comes out at the top. We know a secret's to be revealed, and then you get other cards that will give you information on what that secret is. So it could be that a secret is being revealed to some of you Geminis. Something, or not even a secret, but something maybe that hasn't taken form yet is now ready to be unveiled to you. Your general energy with this card is the Six of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. So I feel for some of you guys, it might be that with the Six of Pentacles, it's the giving and the receiving card, okay? So 6 is a breakdown of 2. It's, again, balance and harmony. You're trying to create something of a fair environment for oneself, because the number 6s do kind of represent fairness. They can represent choices that need to be made, just like the number 2s, okay? But they're just heightened energy of that. And I feel with the Two of Pentacles, it's a case of there's something being shared, or there's something being divided, I'm sensing, because we've got the Ten of Pentacles here, and I feel it could be within a family situation. There's something about finances, because we've got 2 Pentacle cards showing at the center, at the top of the reading. And I feel that it's something to do either with a marriage or a relationship. Usually you'd look at those 2 cards and you would think, because the Ten of Pentacles is about shared resources, but it doesn't have to be. It can literally be where, especially if it was in a work situation, it could be in an establishment that you work for, where somebody gets more than you do, that type of thing. It's a big money card, because the Ten of Pentacles says there's wealth and there's abundance in something, but it doesn't have to mean that you actually get lots in. It could just mean the environment that you're in. Or if it's a family card, it means that things are being shared. Everybody's in it for the long haul. Everybody's working together. And with that Six of Pentacles, I've sensed that I don't sense any majorly bad energy with those cards at all. But I'm looking at the cards in terms of what's going on. And I do feel that for some of you guys, I do feel that you're going to have to be, for some of you guys, you will have to be sensible with money in April 2016, only because I'm looking at some of these general energy, some of the, just the energies that are coming in. And when we look at the energies that are coming in, sometimes they've got nothing to do with the general energy showing for the month, but there's something to do with sharing, dividing. There could even be something to do with maybe a selfish act that happens for some of you Geminis, because Six of Pentacles doesn't always have to be a card about fairness. It's to do with what somebody else considers fair in their own eyes. Because with the Six of Pentacles, this person has control over 2 others. He has the power to give to one and not to give to the other. Now, even with, it's interesting, because whoever designed these cards back in the day, whenever they were designed, I feel was kind of having a laugh at our expense, because we know the general meanings of these cards, but you only have to look at the picture and it suggests something else. Okay? So it's almost like somebody gets more than their fair share of something. Or even with that Six of Pentacles, where something is not being divulged, or somebody's not being honest around money. That's what I'm sensing here. If you look at this card, let me just have a proper look. See the way that this guy's hands are. It looks like only 4 pentacles are being given to one guy. Can you see that? If you count the pentacles that are falling down, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I can't see if he's got the remainder of the 2 pentacles in his hand, or whether he's just giving 4. And I noticed that there are 4 pentacles that show here. Can you see? On the side of the guy that's receiving the pentacles, and 2 on the other for the guy that's not receiving anything. But he's holding the scales of justice on the side of the guy that doesn't receive anything. So it's almost like the balance lies with you. Whatever I have left, I give to you as a card. It's really weird. It's almost like the man who's giving the money away says, whatever I have left, I give to you. But it's almost like in one way, he's saying, I approve of this person more than I approve of the other. Okay? And I'm sensing something unfair, if that makes any sense to you guys, in terms of finances happening around you. It could have been an energy that's passed through or an energy that's coming in. We can always look at the Six of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles in general, what we know of the general meaning, and say, you know, there's something really good coming in around money. You know, it could be a promotion, could be something to do with more money coming to you, could be that you receive something. But with the High Priestess showing up, it could be, I'm just getting that something is revealed that wasn't revealed to you before. And I feel that you find out and you decide that you're not happy with it. Okay, and I feel that there is some form of argument around this, Gemini, for the month of April 2016. I feel that there's some, even though there's one argumentative card showing up here. But I feel on the one hand, there is something unfair. Somebody receives more than you do, or it could be the other way around. And there needs to be a discussion around this, because sometimes the Ten of Pentacles can be a discussion card. You look at the people there and they're having a discussion. But this is over money, or it can be over assets or what people have. We're seeing the Five of Wands here as well. This is in your 8 cards. Okay, so the general energy, I just feel it's something to do with maybe an unfair distribution of cash or assets of so I feel it needs discussion. I feel it needs discussion. Okay, I feel it needs discussion. For some of you guys, it's going to be that. For some of you guys, it might be something quite nice around money. But the High Priestess says, as an energy, that something needs to be lifted. A veil is being lifted to you. Something is opening up, maybe that has not been opened before. Some clarity might be being found. The High Priestess is based on secrets. So I feel as advice, the High Priestess might be saying that you're either having to wait and watch, or something is being opened up. And I feel that something is being opened up. But I feel that it turns good in the end. As I said, we've got the Five of Wands showing up. This is a very strong energy because it's fire energy. And it's people who are battling, but sometimes it's blocked energy, and it's where nobody wins a fight. Everybody feels that they're in the right, but nobody wins because everybody wants to assume the position of victor. But there are no victors in this. There are no victors because all of the wands are clanging together. So sometimes this can be an energy of competition. It can be an energy of difficult fights. It can be an energy of beating your head against a brick wall. Sometimes it can be an energy of people are trying to build something up, and sometimes it's an energy where people are trying to build something down, take something down. But we've also got the Hanged Man that sits against this as well. This is the card of sacrifice, letting go of situations. It can be the card of accepting the limitation. So I feel with that Five of Wands, it's almost like you've just got to accept that maybe, just maybe, you can't win every fight, or you can't win every war. Because I look at the similarities between those two cards, and they both represent stasis, or something that's stuck. Sometimes the High Priestess can be a card of just accept it the way it is, because the High Priestess, she doesn't say anything, but she absorbs everything, but says nothing. So she kind of just achieves clarity inwardly, but she doesn't really take action on something. So for some of you guys, if she takes action, it's silent action within her mind. For some of you guys, I feel something might not be good enough for you, if that makes any sense, in the month of April. And I feel that you kind of just accept maybe there is some form of limitation within a situation. And it could be something to do with this Six of Pentacles, where maybe you're accepting that you're not being given something that you're not being given what you're worth. Somebody's telling you that you're worth something, but their actions are demonstrating maybe something else. Because when I look at this card, it suggests to me that somebody gives more to one person, but then they say, well, the balance lies with you. The scales of justice lie with you. So uh, it almost says to me sometimes with that card that it can be an unfair type of justice. Like somebody would say to you, you know, I really, really like you the best. You're my favourite person. But their actions, after they've said that to you, they go and they do something really nice for someone else and then do nothing for you. It's almost like a man who's having an affair and he tells his wife how much he loves her and how much he appreciates her, yet he goes and he buys flowers for his mistress. That type of thing. I know it sounds a bit weird, but it's almost like that type of energy where you talk the talk, but you don't walk the walk. And I feel for some of you guys, there might be enough of that. There might be some stress around something that you are putting so much time and effort into that you feel is not worth doing that, or you feel time is up on doing that, Gemini, for the month of April 2016. The other energies showing are the Ace of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. Now, the Ace of Pentacles can be about new situations. It's offers, new offers coming in. It can be about new jobs, new contracts, simply money in the hand. So if you are an entrepreneur, if you run your own business, that will be your next sale. So if you run a website business, for example, and you get paid through PayPal or something, and that card suddenly flips out or shows up for it, you know, within a couple of hours you could have new money coming in. Sometimes this is the card of new money. But the Six of Swords turns its back on the Ace. I always look at the direction of the cards. You look at that, and it's kind of turned its back on the Ace of Pentacles. So for some of you guys, you might be turning your back on some form of opportunity, or you might be trying to work your way through a situation. For some of you guys, it could literally be a trip, maybe. Maybe it is a trip, because the Ace of Pentacles is paying out money as well as receiving it. And the Six of Swords is travelling. Okay, so for some of you guys, it might be that you invest in a trip, for example. But I feel for some of you guys also, this is something that you turn your back on, and something that you perhaps are no longer invested in. So something that you had hoped to be secure, potentially, you no longer invest your time in, if that makes any sense. Because I'm seeing this guy on the Six of Swords is moving. He's not moving towards the Ace of Pentacles, he's moving away from it. So it could be something. The aces aren't established, they're the seeds of something. So maybe something new that came in, you've decided not to go for because it's not for you. With that Five of Wands, I mean, the guy on the Ace, the guy on the Six of Swords is facing the Four of Wands and the Hanged Man. So sometimes I can look at this card off, these two cards, as saying readjustment as well. So you may decide to turn your back on something that had some form of potential, but I feel that the High Priestess reveals to you that maybe this thing didn't have potential, and you're looking to kind of rebuild with the Five of Wands. As I've said, the Five of Wands doesn't just have to be about conflicting energies. It can literally be a card where you're trying to rebuild something, or you're trying to put some form of a structure up, and there are many hands or many people that are working towards this. They're trying to adjust something here, and the Hanged Man also means adjustment. These two cards to me don't just signify limitations, they also signify adjustments. So you might be working towards restructuring your life, potentially. And maybe this is what the Six of Pentacles and Ten of Pentacles energy is about also. It's the restructuring, because the sixes are readjustment cards. And trying to create, as I've always said, balance and harmony. So Six of Pentacles in your general energy can also mean trying to create some sense of order within your life. We were just to go on the general meaning of the card, and trying to create some form of balance potentially. And maybe there's sacrifices that you have to make, and the sacrifice to doing that could be that you sacrifice this Ace of Pentacles. So for some of you guys, you might be looking to set something up for yourself. Okay, you might be looking to walk away from a surefire bet job into something that you have been uncertain about, or that you've been fearful of doing because it doesn't give you as much security as, say, what's being offered, okay? So with the Six of Pentacles being the balance and the harmony that you're looking for, or the adjustments that you have to make, and it could be that for some of you guys, you're having to make some form of a sacrifice, or having to be careful and orderly with money in order to achieve what you want to achieve within the Ten of Pentacles. To me, it says maybe, you know, you're working towards some form of security, but you know it takes hard work. Maybe you're looking to take the hard way out rather than the easy way. I'm sensing that. I'm sensing that you're taking the more difficult route than the easier route, because in the future, you know, it will lead to some form of success. And it shows as well, because we've got the Eight of Pentacles here. Eight of Pentacles, sorry. And the Nine of Swords. Now, if you look at these two cards together, this person has their back turned to this. Can you see that? Now, for some of you guys, it will literally be where somebody is working towards creating some unhappiness for you here. And maybe this is what the highlight is with the High Priestess. This is finally revealed to you in terms of an energy, okay? So the reveal could be that something here with this unequal balance or unequal distribution of fairness or justice is revealed within this. For some of you guys, it will be a relationship where somebody has worked and worked and worked towards bringing you down, okay? And we see within the Ace of Pentacles and the Six of Swords, maybe you're moving away from that situation. You might have some form of stability so far, but it's not good enough. I'm sensing something isn't good enough, and you're kind of waking up to that. And the clarity you seek is within the High Priestess. So I feel for some of you guys, yes, you're walking away, you're moving away from something that was offered or from something that is there for the taking. But you're using your head and not your heart, okay? The Six of Swords says you use your head, okay? You're actually trying to move through the bullshit. The disillusionment, the unhappiness is still in the boat with that Six of Swords, but you perhaps know it's the best thing for you. There might be some worry around it. But I feel that these two cards, the Eight of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords, sorry, did I say Six of Swords? Nine of Swords, say to me that either somebody is working to try and bring you down over something, and maybe you're moving away from it with the Six of Swords out of that Ace of Pentacles. You're seeking clarity, because the Six of Swords really is the recovery card to the Nine of Swords. The nines are where cycles are coming to an end, and you can then move forward, move on. So I'm sensing with the Nine of Swords, what this says to me is that there is a period or a cycle of uncertainty or sadness or disillusionment with something is coming to an end. And even though that disillusionment might still be there with the Six of Swords, you're trying to find a clearer view. And I feel that you need to find a clearer view, because whoever this is in the Eight of Pentacles could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn individual, may not be very good. For some of you guys, you might be regretting turning your back on a job, or turn your back on something that might have provided you with some form of security. But I don't feel that you need to worry at all about that, because I feel that if you're working towards building something for yourself with this Five of Wands and the Hanged Man, literally making some major adjustments in one's life, I feel that you're going to succeed, because we do have the Four of Wands showing up here and that Queen of Wands. Both cards are about surprises and good news that come in. They can also be about a change of location. Four of Wands, when you get that in the reading, it's interesting, because we've got the Five of Wands here, where it's the card of trying to construct something, and the Four of Wands means that it's built. Isn't that weird how it's backwards? But it's true. So whatever it is that you are working towards, there is some real success here showing with the Four of Wands. It can, as I've said, be a change of location. So for some of you guys, you might literally have been stressing over something that the completion of a project even. Maybe you're having to pay money out for something to be completed, because we have the Six of Pentacles and that Ten of Pentacles there. So sometimes the Six of Pentacles is a card of having to pay money out. So you're having to distribute your wealth, distribute what you've got, basically, to someone. right? You're having to pay the piper, pay the workman, pay for the work to be done in order to get some form of completion. So you're looking to pay for something to be completed, okay? And for some of you guys, it will have been a headache. So maybe you're having to invest more money into a certain project. And with the Five of Wands, you know, it's a struggle trying to get something built. But you do achieve it because we have the Four of Wands. Now, for some of you guys, you might literally be worrying over money, because we have that Ace of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords lying diagonally to that. So there might be some worry over money, okay? For some of you guys, it might be that you're overworking, because we have the Eight of Pentacles behind of that Nine of Swords. It doesn't just have to be an energy where somebody's working on bringing you down. It could literally be that you are worried about work or your finances. And we've got two Pentacle cards. We've got an awful lot of Pentacles cards and also Wands, which makes me think that this is something potentially as well to do with finances and your home. Okay, it could be finances and a job, because the Queen of Wands can be a job and the Four of Wands can be an institution or an establishment card. So for some of you guys, it could be worrying around that. For some of you guys, you will potentially receive some form of resolve, because the Ace of Pentacles says that you receive a gift. And the Six of Swords says that you're able to move on through a difficult period or a difficult passage. And also, as the general energy, we've got the Six of Pentacles receiving a gift, and the Ten of Pentacles, which is wealth, abundance, shared resources, success. So there's all sorts of energies running out. For some of you guys, it will be literally, I feel, a relationship that you're kind of done with. There's something that's revealed with this. Just in way I'm looking, in the way that the Six of Pentacles is jumping out at me at the moment. Something's revealed. Something's opened up to you, okay? You might realise that somebody's being given more than you're actually receiving. And it might make you want to turn away or walk away from a job. Somebody might be trying to offer you an apology. You might say no. You might decide to go on your own path. You might decide that you've accepted the limitation, or accepted that you've gone as far as you can go with a certain situation. For some of you guys, you'll be looking to make adjustments or readjustments within your life with that Five of Wands and the Hangman. There's some good news coming in for you in regarding to location or property with the Four of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is also a good news card in terms of locations, in terms of property. Not so much property, but in terms of negotiations, in terms of travel, in terms of locations. But it's a good news card, especially if it's to do with work. And we've got 2, 3, 1 cards here. So I feel that something that you have been striving for, maybe to build, to construct, to work towards, is completed within April. There is work, some worry over work, I feel, for some of you Gemini people in the month of April, with that Nine of Swords turning its back on the Eight of Pentacles. But I feel you might be offered assistance, because we do have the Ace of Pentacles behind that Six of Swords. Or for some of you guys, it will be that you turn your back on something. Maybe you're going to regret it, because we have the Nine of Swords here as well. Okay, but it's a mixed bag really for Gemini during the month of April. You have to let me know how you get on, guys. If you'd like a private reading with me, you can join me on www.carolsuniverse.co.uk. All the details are below. And if any of this reading resonates with you, just drop me a line, send me an email. Thanks for your time, guys. Bye-bye.